Talking about tools and refrigerant gauges. So what I've got laid out here on the table are just a sampling of some of the refrigerant gauges that we use, kind of from where we began to kind of where we are today, and who knows where we're headed in the future. But it all starts out with the analog, just basic analog refrigerant gauges. These are the guys that we've used for 40 years. They work fine, but they are analog, so they don't have the digital ability. We can't get down and see exactly where we are PSI. That's what these are. These are the analog type. You can see the cutaway when we're turning them, what's happening. We're just moving the plug out. Whether they're digital or analog, it's the same action going on inside. We're just simply moving the plug in and out, changing the flow. The problem with the analog gauges is when we get to the back, we can see there's a lot of mechanical parts. Because of these tubes that have to expand and contract, we lose a lot of sensitivity. So we've moved on more or less to digital gauges. With digital gauges, we have several choices. We've got, the field piece like this, which these gauges have the ability to not only measure pressures, they can do vacuums, and they can also do superheat and subcool calculations for us. And then we can move into specialty gauges, such as something like this, which is mainly made for recovery and pulling vacuums and charging big systems. They have big ports. We can get half-inch hoses hooked up. We can connect multiple gauges, vacuum gauges. This is a specialty set of gauges. And then we can go wireless. We can go Bluetooth. We can go, this is basically, could be your high and your low. You could hook it up to the machine, check your phone, and see what the pressure is. One just quick advantage is when you connect this, you lose virtually no refrigerant from the machine when you disconnect it, versus a hose on these other sets that might be 3, 4, 5, 6 foot long. It's going to take away a couple of ounces of refrigerant. So with gauges, we have lots of choices, lots of options. Analog gauges are always a good choice to have as a backup. Digital is where we're going for all our critical charging. This is your beginning sampling of those gauges.